Oh, what's up, people? This is another third gen battle for you guys here. This versus, I can't even say his name, but it's whatever. Let's get this started. Okay, so he leads off with an Arcanine while I lead off with my Ninja, the Ninja. So I was like, I'm already ruined from the beginning. So I decided to switch up because I know he has extreme speed there. And I switch out into my Cassidy, the Tyranitar. And as a boy, did you notice that? See what I did there? So he goes for the extreme speed, and he gets a crit. That would have done nothing if he got a crit. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, I'm narrating this in my car. Well, not my car, my mom's car, because I can't drive. Okay, so yeah, he gets a crit, and we have to wait for every animation to go by now. Because I decided to send out a Tyranitar with Sandstorm, you know, Sandstorm and whatever. So I go for the Dragon Dance, and he goes for the Iron Tail, which I was not expecting at all. Takes me down to 70 HP, and I get my Dragon Dance, and I was pretty much ready to do anything with that moment. So I thought this Arcanine would go for like extreme speed or was just faster than me even after the Dragon Dance was +1 speed. But it turns out this Arcanine is not very speedy at all. So I go for the Rock Slide, thinking he's going to switch on to like a Levitate or Flying type Pokemon. But he doesn't, he just stays in. Yes. So I get the Rock Slide, and that was KO for me, thanks. Yep. So I think he switches out into his prime mate here. Let's see what he does. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I get quite a lot, but it's whatever, because I'm not gonna be like, yeah, so this is what happens, and okay, whatever. So yeah, we have to wait for every other animation to go by, which I hate a lot. Anyway, he has a Primeape out there, and those things are pretty fast, so I thought I was gonna outspeed it either, but it turns out I do, because that's how cool Tyranitar is. It outspeeds everything, just +1 speed. Everything except the, I don't know, those things are pretty fast. So, yes, the Primeape goes down, and then he switches out in the world, he switches out into the real world. I've never seen something like this. I've never seen anything like this. This is a Swampert, but this Swampert is probably the best Swampert I've ever seen in the whole entire game, ever. This thing just, it doesn't even know anything good, but it completely obliterates me, but it's whatever. So, I go for the Earthquake, and this thing packs, you know, like a counter. So I was like, crap, this thing is exactly like Wobbuffet. And why not? These things are just basically unstoppable. So, I'm going to Ninja, and this thing is still beastie because I was not expecting this either. This thing knows. Can you guess what it knows? Can you guess what it knows? We'll just wait for it. Okay, so then. Yep. Wait for every other animation to go by. So, I go for my sub. Just to see what he was gonna do next. I thought he was like, I thought he like detoxed or something. But he doesn't. But he goes for the Ice Beam. I think I kind of ruined my day there. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Yep. But, you know what? That is why I decide to pass on that +1 speed. Because, you know, what's the point in having +1 speed? You're just going to switch out. Might as well just be top back. Something else. So, I think I pass it to 50 like this. We'll just look. Okay, I pass it on. I pass it on to MS-DOS. My wall. So it's basically wall versus wall, but like it's not much of a wall. It's like a special attacker because this is just all the random pokes I just chose from my other teams, and this thing does not work good. I thought I put a Celebi in this team, but I turns out I didn't. So anyway, MS-DOS is out there just being a duck, a cyber duck, I guess. Yeah. So I go for the sidekick, hoping for like a special defensive drop. But you know, like always, I never get anything I want in the game. So I go for the sidekick. Look at that. It did nothing, just nothing. And he mirror coats. But it, you know, since I lived that, it was 63 HP. It was kind of cool. I was like, yes, I lived it. What can he do now to me? I don't know. But he ends up doing something pretty cool. And I did not need that thing to happen at all. And it was kind of awkward. But no, it was awkward. I'm just saying stuff now. Okay, I go for the ice beam, hoping for freeze, but then again, you know, I never get anything that I want. Anything. So he goes for his own ice beam and takes up my MS-DOS. So let's see, Microsoft is gone. You know, so I go on to my Scissor. Thinking I could, you know, set up a Swords Dance or something. But this thing is too great. It's just too great. That's why I hate it. Like, you know, if I ever see a Swampert in a game, you know, this is why I'm always going to have a grass type on my team. I'm always going to have a grass type. See, it goes for the roar, which means I switch out again. Oh, I was forced to switch out. So I go for the, you know, I don't go for anything. I just switch into the ninjas. Yeah, so yeah, I hate this. I hate this Swampert. So what I decide to go for is an aerial ace. I think we were talking about it. So I go for the aerial ace. Ninjas did more damage to this thing than Porygon would have ever done. So look at that, he goes for the ice beam, and look at that, I live it. Look at that, I live that ice beam with ninjas. I'm so cool. So I get my speed boost, and I decide to baton pass out of there into Hitmonlee. Yep. Yeah, baton pass into Hitmonlee, and I hope for the best on whatever goes on here. So yes, I think he goes for the ice beam a second time. Yeah, he does go for the ice beam, but look at that. Hitmonlee just has special defense, which means basically your Psychic and Fusion and Psycho Boost and whatever other psychic moves or special moves there are that can super affect this thing won't work as well. You see? So I go for the Earthquake. I should have went for the fighting move, but it was whatever. He goes for the counter again and takes me out. So I'm doing bad here. I'm just doing way bad. You know what? I'm just gonna do bad. So I send out finally the one that you've been waiting for. The one I go into Destroyer, the Mudkip. Pokemon I was originally supposed to set up so I could sweep the team. But this guy is actually pretty good at everything. So I probably sounded a little bit gay, but whatever. I don't care. So I go for the takedown. The takedown. But you know what? You know what Swampert says? Swampert said, no, I'm not going down. It lived, I think he told me it lived with 10 HP. Yes, 10 HP. You go for Ice Beam. Look at that, it did nothing. That's how you know Mudkip is awesome. So, yeah, I'm stupid. I should have just put Mudkip away. I can use it for something else. I'll get a sweep with Mudkip one. And I'll upload it. So I go for the other takedown and, you know, take out Swampert, which means little brother just took out big brother over there. And takedown just takes out the Swampert because I just wanted to take out the Swampert. At least I got rid of Swampert, you know. Just to get rid of Swampert. So then he switches into his Gengar. I don't know. Yeah, he goes for, yeah, wait for every other animation. Waiting. Leftovers. Yes. So I go for the Rock Tomb, hoping I was faster, but I'm, you know, Gengar's faster than almost everything, except I don't know. Except another Gengar, because, you know, when they speed type, wouldn't want to go first. You know what I mean. So I go into Ninja, just, you know, to get some damage on it with the Aerial Ace. Because I know Gengar aren't defensive at all. They suck in defense. Completely suck in defense. I think Shadow Ball would work very well against it. Very, very well. So I go for the Aerial Ace because that's the only attacking move that I have on this thing, and I hope for the best. You know, I got a crit, lucky me. But you know what always happens? But I take it down to half its health, and he goes for Thunderbolt, and Ninjask is out of there. Goodbye, Ninjask. You did well. So I go into Knife, my Sizzle, you know, Knife Pokemon and the other one that completely wrecked on the team, but this time it doesn't wreck on anything because it was not anything special here. It wasn't a lead or anything, but even if it was a lead, I would be forced to switch out anyway. So he goes for Hypnosis and he misses. Look at that. I got lucky there. So I get the Aerial Ace and Gengar is gone. Oh wait, no, it's not gone. It lived. 2 HP, but Sandstorm FTW. Yep. That's what happens. Sandstorm's out there and you get screwed. Yeah. So he has 2 Pokemon left and I have 1. And he decides to be, yeah, he sends out a Salamence and, you know, I get -1 attack and I decided to go for the Swords Dance. I don't know why, you know, just so I could get some damage. But then he goes for the Earthquake. I thought I could take an Earthquake, but no, he takes me almost, I think that is, wait. I think that's almost half. Okay, whatever. So we have for the Sandstorm to go, and I just get, wait, what's happening? Oh yeah, that's right. I went for Swords Dance, and I get rolled for leftovers and everything. Goes for Earthquake, takes me down to half, and he goes for the Dragon Dance, and he's at +1. I'm at +1. He has +1 speed, and I'm like, God, please help me. But you know, nothing ever helps me, and the random things happen in games because they like to do that in these things, and just completely screws everything up, and I'm like, no, I'm going to do this because Scizor is awesome. So what I do is I go, he goes for the Earthquake and I go for the Aerial Ace. I'm hoping for, no wait, next he just goes for Earthquake and he gets a crit. But I want a crit, I never get a crit. When he wants a crit, or actually when he's not even expecting a crit, he gets a crit. And that was good game anyway. So I'll be seeing you guys later.